We're only 5 games into the season. I'm getting excited already. Bit of a distraction in the Challenge Cup today though. Hi there folks, and welcome back to Sons of the Rock. I'm Nick from SonickFM, and this is episode 31. Back a bit earlier than I thought we were going to be today, and that is because of the first game that we've got coming up, which is away to Harrigote Town in the Tunnock's Caramel Wafer Challenge Cup third round. We were originally going to come back for Kilmarnock and Greenock Morton. We drew Harrogate in the Challenge Cup, and I thought that's too good a game not to show. It's a little Battle of Britain, if you like. Well, that's how the newspapers usually report if it's a Scottish team versus an English team. So the second game is going to be the home game against Kilmarnock in the league. We'll get to that later in the episode. Since you were last with us, we left off with the 2-2 draw against Queen's Park, where we had those 2 late goals to peg us back. A bit of a disappointing result. But we then went away to Hamilton and drew nothing each. Now, you might be thinking, 2 draws on the bounce. Was that something to worry about? And not really. The reason being, we tried out a new counter-attacking formation, a 4-1-4-1. Because Hamilton, their media predictions to finish second, they're a better team than us, or supposedly a better team than us, and we were away from home, so I thought I would give it a try just to see how it went. I was quite pleased with it. We did have some chances. The last counter-attacking formation that we used, we really struggled when it came to making chances, but with this one, we got a lot of the ball, we had some chances, couldn't quite find the back of the net, but we look at the player ratings, everybody played really well. So I was really pleased with that. We unfortunately picked up a bit of a knock. But I was really pleased with a 0-0 draw away from home against Hamilton. I would have been even happier if we'd won. But a 0-0 draw using this formation, I was quite happy with. We then had back-to-back 2-0 wins, both at home against Arbroath and Raith Rovers. Mark Beckett and Stefan Vikoji grabbing the goals against Arbroath. Vasilev from the penalty spot, and Jack Lee also getting on the score sheet against Raith Rovers. And one of the things I have noticed is our home attendances. Against Queen's Park, 1,100. Against Raith, just over 1,000. So hopefully these numbers keep up, if not grow, throughout the season. Because last season, our home numbers dropped quite significantly because of our performances on the park. As long as performances keep up, attendances should keep up. All that leaves the league table looking like this. We are currently sitting first, 2 points clear of Hamilton and Greenock in second and third respectively, both on 9 points, and 3 points clear of Queen's Park, Kilmarnock and Arbroath, who are sitting from 4th to 6th in that order, all on 8 points. So it is only 5 games into the season, but it's a good start. 3 wins, 2 draws from those 5 games, 0 losses as yet. I'm hopeful that this good start continues on for another little while before we have any dip in form, and it should be enough to hopefully see us finish round about this 4th place. I'd like to think so. Potentially higher if we continue the run indefinitely, then great, we win the league, we get promoted. Perfectly happy with that. I'm at a point where I would not be adverse to us getting promoted. Even if we come straight back down, I think we're at a point where we want to get promoted, if for no other reason than to force the club to turn professional and to bring in some extra money. In terms of the player stats, we don't have anybody touching this top goal scorer list as yet. Fingers crossed that will begin to change. We do have Onan and Lee in there in the average rating list. Onan sitting first, Jack Lee sitting third. Don't have anybody in the assist table. Jack Lee sitting joint first with 2 player of the matches in the player of the match list. And quite a big one, Toby Savin, currently sitting top of the clean sheet list with 4 clean sheets from 5 games. So, looks like we might have managed to solve our goalkeeping issue. But it is still early in the season, so I'm going to hold back in celebrating that too much. And for a change, nobody in the yellow card list. We're being good boys this year. Nothing new to report in terms of new signings. Transfer window is now closed. We didn't bring anybody else in, but most importantly, we didn't lose anybody either. Was quite worried about Indiana Vasilev. So obviously we have that promise in place. But if we receive a bid of 100,000 or more, we need to accept it. But we don't need to, but to keep the promise, we would need to accept it. And there was one late bid from, I think it was Motherwell, on deadline day, but it was nowhere near the 100,000 mark. We were free to reject that without any concerns. You'll also see Zabra is still here, as is Bandera, but we've got promises for them if offers come in for them. Now, I have pressed continue one too many times in terms of going to the match, so before we get into the match, I'll quickly run through the team from the tactics screen. We're going with Savin in goals, Nguyen, Lee, Christensen and Mackay at the back, Carson, Bandera in midfield, Henderson, Beckett and Canway are the attacking midfield behind Vasilev, who's leading the line. Decided to swap Vasilev and Beckett around just to see how things go. Vasilev's got 5 goals from 8 appearances, Beckett's got 3 from 7, so we'll see if Vasilev can maybe grab a few more goals for us as he's leading the line. Kick-off time then, and I don't really know how this game's going to go. I don't know how good Harrigote are. I know they're in the conference down in England, but we're away from home. Don't know how good they are. Just need to see how things go. And 13 minutes in, it is a highlight for Harrigote. As Young has the ball in the box, it gets a shot away, but it was blocked. Shot from long range hits the post, and eventually Lee just rattles the ball out for a corner. He could have just rolled it out. It was literally on the line. Corner comes in, and the header from Harrigote Town is held by Toby Savin. 15 minutes in, corner comes in for Harrigote, and the header into the back post, and the player coming in at the back post could only knock it onto the bar. Savin was in no man's land. And another corner now. This one headed back out to the corner taker. Arse does brilliantly to dispossess him out there on the right though. And he plays a great ball forward for Vasilev. Vasilev's on his own now. He's on the right hand side. He finds Beckett coming in on the edge of the box. And the shot from Beckett is wild. So goal kick now for Harrigote, but Nguyen does well to cut it out with the header. Beckett's driving forward now. Beckett with the shot. On target, but this time the keeper is able to hold on to it. And that's part of the reason I swapped Vasilev and Beckett around, as Savin gathers the ball from the corner. Beckett has got a bit more pace than Vasilev, so those runs from deep and overlapping runs just like that are what we're looking for as he gets into the box and he slots it home. Keeper didn't even move. And Mark Beckett grabs his 4th goal of the season and the opening goal of the game for us. This is exactly what I was just talking about as it happened. Those runs from deep for Beckett as the shadow striker. Great finish. I like it when I'm talking about things and they actually happen. 23 minutes in now, throw in for us. Mackay with the throw in. Finds Vasilev with the long throw. Vasilev gets past one man. He's got Henderson ahead of him, tries to find him, but it's cleared by the defender. Nobody up in support of the attacker as he knocks it on, so it comes forward again from the back. Nguyen has it, plays it into Beckett. Back to Nguyen. Nguyen, a ball over the top for Henderson. Henderson plays it in and Vasilev's there. Thought he might have just been offside. Indiana Vasilev grabs 2nd of the game for Dumbarton, his 6th of the season. Vasilev and Beckett having swapped over those roles seems to be working well. Great ball from Nguyen. Henderson does brilliantly to find Vasilev, who's there to finish. Like I said, I thought he was maybe just offside. And we're going to see here it is a tight offside. He's just on. He's timed that run to perfection. Excellent opening 25 minutes from us. Very pleased with this. Nobody's playing particularly badly either. So in 32 minutes we've got a free kick. Lee to take it. Onan's not on the park, of course. And he's hit the post. Jack Lee can apparently hit a free kick as well. This team, this season, are really exciting me. As we come into the final 5 minutes of the half. Nothing else happening. We're going to go in at half-time 2-0 up. Quick look at the half-time stats. And we have been dominant. In terms of shots, it's 3 shots to Harrigote Town, 11 for us. Only 1 on target for Harrigote, 4 for us. 1.76 XG to a 0.28 XG in our favour. 6-4 corners in our favour. fouls. They've committed a lot more fouls than us, which as a result, they have 2 yellow cards, we have none. My favourite stat, passes completed, 83% to us, 74% to Harrigote, and then 56 to 44 possession in our favour. Into the second half and hopefully have a bit more of the same. We've got highlights straight from the kick-off here. Christensen with it, plays it out to Mackay, forward to Bandera. Bandera finds Canway. Canway cuts inside with it now and gives it back to Cars. Managed to move back out to the wing. Cars found him. He dropped it back to Mackay. Mackay with the ball in, and Henderson's there. Ewan Henderson grabs his first goal of the season, makes it 3-0 now. Hopefully that opens the floodgates a little bit for Henderson and he can kick on and grab a few more goals, because I think he's got it in him. He's not really shown it much over the past couple of seasons, but I definitely think he's got goals in him. He's a decent finisher of the ball. I would like to see him cutting in off that left-hand side just a little bit more and getting these goals. Well onside again, another perfectly timed run. Okay, and we're coming forward again. Henderson into Beckett, but Beckett's lost the ball this time. It's cleared away by Harrigote, only as far as Mackay though. Mackay plays it forward to Canway, Canway into Beckett. Lovely interchange there between Beckett, Vasilev and Canway. Vasilev playing the ball through for Canway, but he was unable to finish. The keeper was able to make the save. Right, just over 60 minutes then. And I think I'm going to get Canway off because he is just back from an injury. He's playing well, but he is just back from an injury, so we're going to get him off. We're going to bring McCausland on there for him. Swap him from inverted winger to winger. Bandera is on a yellow card, so I think we'll get him off. And we're going to bring Williamson, Spasov or Vikoji on there. No, I'm going to put Spasov on there. See how he does in this deep line playmaker role, because he can apparently play there, so we're going to give him half an hour in that role and see how he does, and that will do for now. We'll save any further changes in case of an injury or tired legs later in the game. You know what? Coming into 7 minutes, I'm going to praise the team, just to focus everybody a little bit. Final 10 minutes, and what I think we'll do is we're going to bring Bonfilio on for Beckett, and we're going to swap Beckett, Bonfilio and Vasilev around for the final 10 minutes of the game, and just see this out now. I maybe should have swapped Christensen. He's shown he's been quite tired, but it doesn't matter. Full time, 3-0, good win, very happy. Got the confirmation here then that in the 4th round of the Challenge Cup we have drawn Montrose. We're going to be at home for this one. Montrose currently play in Scottish League 1, which is the league below us, and they are sitting stone last, so that should be a win for us. Apologies, just had to go and shut the window. My neighbour was out with the dog in the garden. So next game up then, as I said, is the home game against Kilmarnock, and in our one previous meeting with them we won, and that was a way back in the 21-22 season where we played them in the group stage of the Betfred Cup. We were in League 1 at the time and we beat them 2-1. So we'll be back in just a second with the team for that game. And back now with the team for the game against Kilmarnock. I did consider playing the counter-attacking formation against them because it's Kilmarnock. Their media prediction is to win the league, and based on how Motherwell did it last season, you would expect them to do so at a canter. However, they're not in the greatest of form over the start of the season. With that coupled with being at home, I decided, you know what, we're going to go for it. If during the game things are not going our way, can always switch it up. But to start with, we're going with Savin in goals, Nguyen, Lee, Christensen and Mackay at the back, Carson, Bandera in midfield, Henderson, Onan and Vasilev as the attacking midfield, Beckett leading the line. Game gets underway then, and in the opening 5 minutes, no highlights, but we have a corner coming in from Kilmarnock, and Gabriel Osho has grabbed his 5th goal of the season. I was just literally about to say opening 5 minutes with no highlights, which is a good start, and then we go and concede from a corner. Set pieces obviously still a bit of an issue for us. Plenty of time left in the game to try and bring things back though, although 15 minutes in, nothing else really happened. Kilmarnock haven't had another shot, we have not had a shot, but it's a throw in for Kilmarnock at the corner flag now. It's played in by McGuinness. The header is over the bar though, this time fortunately for us. Half an hour in, free kick for Kilmarnock's played into the box. This time Lee gets up there to head it clear. Nobody really busting a gut to get out to that ball first though, so it's Kilmarnock that pick it up. And they can come forward with another attack. Played all the way back to the defender. It's with Musquet on the left hand side now. He's managed to turn his man. Tries to get a ball in, but it was well blocked by Mackay. However, Vasilev can't quite get to the ball first. It's still Kilmarnock with it. This is a long highlight. I don't know how I feel about it, as Kilmarnock have managed to break through, and the shot, I say shot, it was a cheeky little chip, but it went wide. Free kick now for Kilmarnock, out wide. Played into the box, and Savin is out to claim it from the air. Plays it ball long up the field, and it just goes straight to the Kilmarnock defence. Karst does brilliantly in midfield to win the ball back though. He's driving forward, he's got men with him. Plays it out to Beckett. Beckett should be in the middle, but great ball. You know what, Beckett can go wherever he likes. He can go anywhere he damn well pleases. I was just saying he should be in the middle, it should be Vasilev that's out there. But a great ball from Beckett to Karst on the edge of the box, and what a volley from Mackenzie Karst. Keeper is not stopping that one. Throw in now from Nguenya. His throw in goes straight to a Kilmarnock player, and Kilmarnock have a chance to counter attack now. Karst has tried to get back alongside Brown, and he's just been beaten in the ball into the box, but Mackay is there to head it clear. Well, again, Kilmarnock are first to the loose ball. Onan trying to get a foot on it. If somebody could get on the ball, that would be great. It's with Kilty now. Was wide, but he's cut inside. Abdul Malik, he's fed through Musquet. Musquet drops it back to McGuinness. Kyle McGuinness is there for his first goal of the season. I thought after we'd scored that was what was going to push us forward. But we're just too slow to get to that second ball. See Musgrave forced to turn back, drops it back to McGuinness, nobody picking him up as he arrives late, and he's able to get a clear shot to get the goal. Again, we need to be doing better to get to those second balls. 5 minutes till half time, and it's Kilmarnock who are coming forward with it again. Musgrave does have Bandera for company, but he's managed to lose him. He has a shot from range, but it's easy save for Savin. Can he get something going now? He tries the long ball upfield again. Beckett this time does win the ball to Henderson. Henderson first time sprays it out wide right to Vasilev. Vasilev gets on the ball. He's still got it. He gets into the box, plays it into Henderson. Henderson's shot is blocked, and then it's cleared before he can have a second bite at it. And that should take us into half time. Take a look at the half time stats. Relatively even game. 4 shots to 5 in Kilmarnock's favour. 2 shots on target for us, 3 for them. Their XG is much higher than ours, 1.212 or 0.26. We've had 4 corners to their 1, committed 8 fouls to their 5, 1 yellow card apiece. We've completed more passes, possessions 50-50. Get out for the second half and try and have a better second half, although that is not the greatest of starts with Vasilev picking up an injury. We're going to bring Canway on for him. That kind of messes up my game plan a little bit. I'm going to encourage the team as well to start off the half. So 63 minutes in, we are making some change, or a change at least. Henderson is having a nightmare game, so Vikoji's going to come on for him. You can play as the inside forward, and Nguyenya's not having a great game out there on the left. But unfortunately, I don't really have another left back, so I'm going to stay as it is for now. And Onan has now picked up an injury. So what I think we're going to do there is we're going to drop Beckett back to the shadow striker role and bring, do we want Bonfilio or Spasov? I'm going to go for Bonfilio. Bring Bonfilio on up there. 20 minutes to go. You know what? I'm going to demand a bit more from the team. Got a throw in now from Nguenya. Cleared away by the Kilmarnock defence, so, and again Kilmarnock are first to the loose ball. Breaking forward now. Brown has just ran past everybody into the box, but his shot is seen wide by Savin. 10 minutes to go, we're going to switch up to attacking, and with 5 minutes to go, very attacking. Just try and grab that equaliser. Doesn't look like we're going to get it. Although, final minute, it's a goal kick coming out from Kilmarnock. Mackay wins it at the back. Christensen on it now, forward to Bandera. Bandera out to Mackay. Mackay's got Canway ahead of him and he uses him. Canway unable to get past his man, but the ball's out for a throw in now. It's Mackay to take the throw in. Looks like he's winding up for a long one into the box. Gets it to Canway. We can't bring it under control and it's cleared away by Kilmarnock, and that takes us into full time. Vasilev's going to be out for between 5 to 6 weeks. Fantastic. Owning between 4 to 5 weeks for him as well. Excellent. You just love to see it, don't you? So, after all that, the league table looks like this. We are currently sitting in second place, tied on points with Kilmarnock. Both of us on 11 points after 6 games. We do have a game on hand over Hamilton, who are 4 points ahead of us, so even if we do win that, we can't overtake them. But we do still have that game on hand, so it's not, this 4 point gap isn't as impressive as it seems. And we're 2 points clear of Greenock Morton in 5th as well, so still a good chance for us to be finishing in that 4th spot. I don't know why I'm talking about good chances to finish in 4th spot when we're 6 games in. What I think I'm going to do now is play through the rest of September, this whole one game for the rest of September, play through all of October, and then come back, I think, for the Hamilton and Arbroath games. Now, we do have the Scottish Cup 3rd round in November, and once that's drawn, if it's an interesting game, we might come back for the Inverness game in that, but it'll depend who we draw. If it's like a Celtic, a Rangers, Aberdeen, Hibs, Hearts, somebody like that, we'll come back for that. If it's somebody roundabout as, in our league or below, it'll be Hamilton or Arbroath we'll come back for. You'll just need to come back to find out who we're playing. That wraps up episode 32 of Sons of the Rock. Don't forget, if you enjoyed the video, please feel free to leave a like down below, and while you're down there, if you haven't already, then subscribe to the channel. Ring the notification bell to make sure you don't miss any videos going forward. And as always, thank you very much for watching.